The Style Project is a part of the Amateur Radio Network. Thank you for tuning in to Style Project Radio. We're breaking a lot of rules here. Well, since the election, it got me thinking about fashion and design and looking as how there so many of these department stores have targeted Ivanka. It's not surprising that people are just tired of the same old rules, the rules that were actually written by somebody on the catwalk in New York. Says that girls can't have curves, and as you know, if you have children and or you as you get older, those curves have to be fine tuned. Not looking for something that's neatly fit in a perfect box. It just that's not the reality of the world we live in. And to me, realistic fashion is when women look good in anything. And obviously, this is actually meant to hurt women, not help them. And what you end up having is women are trying to fit into this neatly tight box. It's almost impossible to be perfect anymore. This is not to say that you can't set goals and you can't get back into shape, because that's realistic, but it's actually having the adverse effect. There's so much emphasis on looking good, but are you feeling good? So to us, we realize that there's a lot of areas to overcome, and that's society's rules. And you don't want to break the rules. That's not what we're saying. We're saying that, well, that's okay. Not everybody fits in the same category. So we're not dumping the idea of getting skinny again or anything. That's a nice idea, but in reality, most women feel better when they are healthy, trim, and tone, and they can have muscle too, because a lot of people say, well, I don't want to look like muscular. And when I was younger, I got away with a lot of things when I was younger because of my trim, small body. Okay, but as I got older, I realized that I was going to be able to keep up at that rate because, of course, age has a lot to do. It factors in health, and these things, to me, really do factor into weight loss. A lot of people don't realize, but a lot of these women, what they do is they get caught up in a diet routine. They follow the fat-free weight loss, and for somebody that's a small, petite woman, that's easy to do. But for a woman who's medium, large bone, they're not meant to be skinny, not in that degree. They can be thin and trim, but they have to be able to maintain their health too. So to me, other body types and, of course, blood sugar, believe it or not, blood sugar has a lot to do with it. Your sugar blood type has a lot to do with your eating habits, lifestyle choices. So we encourage you to have positive, healthy lifestyle routine and changes. To make those changes, you obviously want a well-balanced meal. But here's the thing. This is a thing that we're all running into, and it's really troubling because some people, they want to look skinny, and that's it, and that feels good, and there's nothing wrong with feeling good. But for some people, they might not be able to obtain that goal, or they could obtain it, but is it realistic? Are they going to be healthy? So too much emphasis is on being skinny, and not enough emphasis is put on is healthy routine. Because for the mom that has like 2-3 children, who's going to just stay in that average weight loss, we don't want to keep her average. We don't want people to be obese. But if you've had setbacks, this is why we want to kind of talk about the catwalk. It's obvious that there's a lot of things happening on the catwalk that are like setting the trend. And if you could put the brakes on one thing, if you could put the brakes on the lifestyle choices, and how to encourage girls to, spend time with their loved ones and be at home instead of having to juggle all these demands. I think today, believe it or not, men actually expect women to work. So that means they're going to have to keep up with the demands of work and children. Okay, so that doesn't leave a woman much time to take care of herself. And this is the God's honest truth. We're running into these problems that actually eliminates the man out of the house, and doesn't make any sense. You want to keep your man, you want to be happy too, okay? And a lot of what's happening is a lot of girls are being told they have to, chase these careers down, and they're looking good for all the wrong people when you want to make the person in your life happy. So it's obviously maintaining a healthy routine, getting fit and trimmed. You want to feel good. As much as you want to look good, you want to feel good. But that demand, that stress of trying to fit this big round peg into a small box and a hole, it doesn't make sense. This is why women who are realistic, they know there's some things they can and can't do. They have to be able to weigh out the challenges before them. So when we talk about weight loss and we talk about routine and we talk making lifestyle changes, this is because obviously winter's going to be over here very shortly, and people aren't ready to be in the fitness, the level they want to be at. But we do encourage people to get into a routine now, get into a healthy routine. If you want to stay, like for the average woman, it's like between the size 8 and 14, 16. Okay, let's just say that woman wants to drop a couple of sizes just to be in the shape that they need to be in. For average women, it's 10, 12. It might be 14. Some women might be even further higher up that, dress size. But the idea is not the size, it's how you feel, and it's are you exercising? Because a lot of people, they put so much emphasis on size, and that does matter. But I see girls that are in a size 16 that everything's in the right place. And there's nothing wrong with a woman walking around and feeling good about themselves at a size 14, 16. It's how you carry yourself. It's confidence. It's attitude. It's all those things. Because you know what? If you really want to still drop those dress size, you will. And you know what? A lot of people, they're not happy. Their lives do change, believe it or not. But maybe sometimes those changes aren't always for the better. See, a lot of people, they get this attitude of that somehow it's all in how you look, but it is how you feel. It's embracing your body size, your body type. And if all people are doing is telling you, oh, you have to be a size 10 or a size 8 when you're a size 14 girl, unfortunately, that's unfair. Right out of the gate, you're already miserable because you're not going to be able to, in your right mind, you're not ready for that. You're not ready to go there. So we want women to focus on things that actually make sense. It's one thing to be in a routine. It's another thing to make sensible changes that you can live with. That you might have a demanding life, so you might have to stick with, a light yogurt and protein in your morning and get in your routine early. But how many things that people run into to get to that point. That's why I want to look at these images of these women. These are curvy women. Look, the most famous, Marilyn Monroe. She was actually a size 14. These are women that are like 12, 14, 16. These are curves. These are women. This is beautiful. Okay, so forget rules. Get over the fact that there are a lot of people that they're competing in a different arena too. And when men start to embrace women with these kind of curves, my goodness, things change. Men start looking at the women they can obtain, which is the average woman today. The average woman shouldn't have to compete the way some people demand, and it's not going to work. That's why a lot of people are unhappy, because they're looking for all the wrong things and they can't find their happiness because they're too concerned about things that they cannot be obtained, or at least right now. So set some sensible goals and accomplish it, because you know what? Summer's right around the corner, and there's a lot of people have been waiting for a long time just to have some time off and enjoy the company of their companion or spouse, and encourage each other, tell each other good things. You are missing out on something if you're not involved in what's going on with your girlfriend or your friends, and because those demands were put on you or put on other people. Enjoy life, enjoy each other, enjoy your friendships. Because a lot of people cheat themselves because they're looking for all these other things that cannot be obtained. Thank you for listening to the Style Project Radio. You can also hear the Style Project Radio at 103.3 FM and 1370 AM, Charlotte, North Carolina. The Style Project is a part of the Amateur Radio Network.